peoples of the internet. I'm your host Mayhem, and you're watching the very first episode ever of Layman Outdoors. I thought I'd start off with something simple, something people do every single day, probably aren't even sure they do. It's called EDC, or Everyday Carry. I'm going to break down my EDC in two categories, my work EDC and my leisurely EDC. So let's head inside of the tabletop and show you what I got. Here we are at the tabletop, and I'm going to go ahead and start off with my work EDC first, as that's the less exciting of the two, because outdoorsmen, hold your hearts. I can't carry a blade on my person at work. I know, right? So first off, I just have a regular memo notepad. I work a security job, and I got to write down incidents, details for incidents all the time. So I carry this on my person at work every day. Next, we have to take a CPR class at work, and I've just taken the American Red Cross CPR bag that they give us, and I've turned it into a mini medical kit. What I have in there is it's your basic boo-boo kit. That kit has got various sizes of Band-Aids, knuckle Band-Aids, fingertip Band-Aids, a little bit of gauze, some butterfly closures in case there's a serious injury, which I really hope I never have to use. But it's basically just so that the guests don't have to go all the way back to the podium to get a Band-Aid. Next, I carry a flashlight, and this is an Ultra Fire. Great flashlight, fits in the palm of my hand, has 3 modes, high, so that was low, strobe, so I got high, low, and strobe. I think when I got this flashlight, it was $7.99, and it came with the light, 2 batteries, and a charger, so just a great deal. It also has a focus on it. It's just a great flashlight. I also carry a Sharpie, various colors, and a pen, and those are obviously for writing down specific incident notes in my notepad. I carry a Bic lighter everywhere that I go, especially at work. I don't smoke, but humanity has found a way to harness a very dangerous element, control it, and contain it in a pocket size. So why wouldn't you? I don't understand why people don't carry lighters. I carry chapstick. This is just the Burt's Bees. Chapstick has a lot of different uses. I use mine at work a lot for this wound I got on the back of my head in an incident. Cover that wound up. It's great for sealing wounds. I could put it on any kind of dry tinder. It starts fires really well, so it goes along with that. And obviously for chapped lips. Next, and I know what everyone's going to say, oh, it's a kid toy. I carry a fidget spinner. When I'm bored at break, this is just a great thing to have. Not to mention, in my leisurely time, I have a son that is high-functioning autistic. And when he's having a meltdown, this really helps him out. So I like carrying that everywhere that I go. And lastly, for my work EDC, just my cell phone. Just a Samsung 7. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take away all of my work gear, and I'm going to supply in my leisurely gear. And the part that everyone's been waiting for, the blades. This is the Kershaw Shuffle. This is my EDC like work blade. It's my beater blade. It's a great blade. It's a 2-finger blade that I've added some paracord onto for some extra stability. It's not super bad if you get up in this finger choil, which is just this little divot in the knife right here. You can get it with 3 fingers. It's actually pretty sturdy. It's great for cutting open boxes, cutting cardboard, doing EDC tasks, and it's got a bottle opener on it, so I really like it. I've attached, this is probably 3 to 4 feet of paracord, so I got that paracord. From a more tactical blade, I've got, this is a company I just discovered a little while ago. It's called Ganzo, G-A-N-Z-O, and this is the G720. Ganzo makes a really good blade. A lot of their blades are replicas of other blades. So there's a company out there, a blade company called Alliance Steel, and this is a replica of the Alliance Steel SR1. Now, the Alliance Steel SR1 is like a $230 blade. Ganzo makes this blade for 20 bucks. So if I break this blade, I'm not going to cry about it. It has a 440C Chinese-made steel. Holds an edge relatively well, but can take an edge really, really quick. Great handle hold. It really locks in when you're holding it like that. Access lock, which I really enjoy. I prefer an access lock over any kind of lock. This lock's got a liner lock, and that's alright, but I prefer that access lock. 90-degree spine, so if I had a ferro rod, or if I find a ferro rod, I could strike it with that 90-degree spine. I'm not 100% what this grind is. Again, I'm a layman, like a lot of the people that are watching my videos. I don't know what the grind is. If you know, please tell me in the comments. I'd really like to learn my grinds. Deep carry pocket clip, and I just love this knife. It's a little weighty, so you got to get used to that, but again, that's my more tactical blade. This I'm going to use for EDC tasks. This I'm going to use primarily in defensive situations, so I don't pull this knife out a lot, but I like having it. My firearm. Let's go ahead and do a safety check for YouTube. My firearm is a Smith & Wesson M&P Shield 40 caliber, and I love this gun. It's super lightweight, single stack magazine, really thin. You barely notice you have it, which was something I really wanted when I decided I was going to conceal carry. I've had it for a long time. In fact, this is the only pistol that I own currently. As you've noticed, Ganzo budget. Kershaw, it's kind of a budget blade. I'm into budget items. The budget $7 flashlight. I don't make a ton of money, so I like doing budget stuff. Not to mention, if you're a layman like me and you are just starting off survival EDCing, prepping, you're probably not looking to buy the most expensive thing. So my channel kind of caters to that. And so anyways, this is a really good handgun. I really enjoy it. I carry it every single day. Obviously, I do not carry it to work. I can't carry a blade. I can't carry a gun. And lastly, I have what's on my wrist. This is a Cobra Weave. It's probably 20. I have a fat wrist, so I had to use about 11 feet of paracord. It's about 22 feet of usable cord, plus the 7 strands inside each. So it's a lot of usable cordage. This is on me every single day. And this is just a basic, I don't know if you can see it in there, Ozark Trail, like G-Shock knockoff. And I really like it. It's lasted for a long time. It's a good watch. In addition to all the items you've just seen, I also carry my keys, which you don't need to see, but I do carry this Gerber shard on my key ring. It's a great little multi-tool that I've used a lot. You can tell it's got some wear and tear. It's got a nice little 3D Phillips head, bottle opener, flat head, and all. And I think this is a cordage cutter right here. So that's what that does. And then also, I have my wallet. And this wallet is a Vanquest Cache, and I absolutely love this wallet. This wallet is amazing. Cordura, it's made out of Cordura. It's got the RIFD protector inside, and also, because I mentioned I cannot carry a blade at work, I slide this into my wallet. And this is a Grizzly Bones card knife. So, I always have a knife on me. Obviously, I don't whip this out whenever I want to at work, but it's nice to have that security. It's a nice little blade that I can carry in my wallet, inconspicuous, and they don't know I have it at work. And it's nice to just have that security and know that if I really needed to cut something, I have this. So that is all of my EDC for both at work and in my leisurely time. Again, thank you for joining me here at Layman Outdoors. Please like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you want more content. This is going to be the first video in a series, and I'll catch you on the next one.